Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Elder of Rock. I am Stephen Elder. It was just announced that Aerosmith have decided to um, retire from the road, cancel their farewell tour that they were going to do. I guess because there's been too much damage to Steven Tyler's vocal cords. I guess he damaged them at I guess what would be their last gig now. Um, a gig, I can't remember where. But so and they decided to postpone that tour and hopes that he would recover. But of course, I guess they decided that, or he has, or whatever doctors and whatever else, whatever I'm trying to say. But I guess they've decided that it wouldn't that he couldn't do it, or probably it's the case that he couldn't do it up to the uh, degree that he would want to, do it. And that school is very commendable. Um, to do that, go out rather than trying to. Well, I mean, imagine it was also, among other things, would maybe be more damaging to his vocal cords. Maybe, um, maybe at some point, maybe they could do a last show. Maybe if they could get to that point, but who knows? There's nothing been definitely anything said about anything like that yet. And also in recent years, Joey Kramer has had some health issues, and so he hadn't been drumming with them these last few years. Um, so there is that as well. But anyway, so about Aerosmith, though, as far as that goes, Aerosmith was like the second band I ever got into after Kiss. I was really into Kiss, and then a friend of mine, I guess they went in junior high school, was like, well, if you like Kiss, check out this band. And I was like, I'm not going to like another band besides Kiss. Are you kidding me? But I did check out Aerosmith, and I kind of knew who they were because, I bought a lot of Kiss magazines. I had a lot of magazines with Kiss in them. Aerosmith, of course, would be in a lot of those. So I was aware of who they were. I just never really heard them. But I don't know if I don't know, maybe I heard Dream On or something. I thought it was kind of cool. And so anyway, so at that time though, when I was first introduced to Aerosmith, and so I was like, I decided to buy one of their records, and I decided to buy the latest record they had out, which was Draw the Line. So a lot of people have different feelings about that album. I myself, special to me, I was the first Aerosmith album I got. The cover to me is very iconic because of the drawing on there. I even got a shirt with that on there, a jersey. And then that's the tour I saw them on, which was my very first concert I ever went to. Show you this here. This is my little ticket stub. This is what was the date on that? Uh, Oops, upside down. Did I show it to you upside down? November 3rd, and I believe that was in 1978. Here, in case I showed it to you upside down, I might have to re. Anyway, I probably won't show up that well here. I'll put it up. I'll put it up here. But yeah, so anyway, so the Aerosmith was my first concert I ever went to. And let me tell you, what a concert! What a first concert to go to. I don't know why my parents let me go, other than the fact that where I was in Dayton, Ohio, there was two places you saw concerts. One was Hare Arena, and I guess the other was University of Dayton Arena, which is where I saw Aerosmith. But I guess because Hare Arena had a bad reputation, maybe there's been maybe a small riot there. Not like a big, huge riot, but maybe there was something there that happened that my parents were like, well, you're never going to a concert there. But anyway, they did let me go to University of Dayton Arena for the Aerosmith concert. And boy, let me tell you, Like I said, going to my first time I ever smelled marijuana, which I was like, wow. I mean, it smelled to me, and it is, but it smelled like burning leaves, and I mean like when you would burn leaves in the fall time. So that's what I like, and of course it is. I guess it is burning leaves. And what else? Yeah. Oh, Golden Earring was the opening band, but I don't really remember too much about them. I got there, and I was just really nervous, man. I was just so nervous I was gonna get beat up or something. Like I said, there's lots of marijuana. I didn't try any. I didn't try any. However, I did have my own. I had cigarettes. I had my own cigarettes that I brought in there, and this is the days you can smoke smoke at concerts, obviously. So there was like this big cloud of smoke in the whole arena. Seeing people sitting down on the floor, passing around joints and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, so that was pretty wild. But anyway, Aerosmith though. I don't remember Golden Earring because I just really didn't know too much about them. I didn't know any other songs. I don't even think I knew Radar Love at that time, or I wasn't real familiar with it. So yeah, so anyway, Aerosmith comes on, and they just very memorable show. Just they it was kind of like if you got the live bootleg album. It's pretty much the show I saw. Um, Starting off back in the saddle, Steven Tyler doing his making little hoof noises over the mic. Um, Him and Joe Perry, doing their thing. I remember Joe Perry like had two guitars on or something. He had one across his back, and he had this one. Then he took that one off, and he flipped the other one around and started playing it. And it was just very cool. I do kind of remember though Steven Tyler, like he was swinging around and doing circling around the stage, and I kind of remember running into the side of a speaker. I kind of remember that, but it wasn't anything that stopped the show or anything. It probably was used to maybe doing stuff like that. Yeah. So anyway, so that was very memorable show, and then what else? Oh yeah, and then and then I did get to see them again. This was in let's say December 1st, 1982. 1982. Yeah, Aerosmith with Pat Travers. And that was the Rock and Hard Place tour. They of course had Joe Perry and Brad Whitford went with them anymore. But what I remember with that show is that it was wasn't it definitely wasn't as good as when I saw them a few years ago. I mean, obviously Steven was the band there. Probably Steven was going through his struggles, stuff like that. But I'm so glad I saw it. It's cool. I liked the album. They were touring behind, and Rock and Hard Place was pretty cool. Pat Travers is pretty memorable, though. I remember Pat Travers being very memorable at that show. Um, some of the songs he played and stuff, and so because I was kind of familiar with his material. And then the next time I saw them was with Kiss. Was it in 2003? And then Kiss did that tour together. Back in the day, there used to be these things called bootlegs, and sometimes you'd run across them, and you were at a record store, especially ones that sold secondhand albums, used albums. So I would pick up this one. This is before Aerosmith had a live album out, by the way. This was I can't remember when I got this, but I mean, obviously before live bootleg, I can't remember when it came out, but it was before that because it was the one thing that Aerosmith didn't have, like a lot of other major bands did, like Kiss. I don't know. A lot of the bands had put out live albums, were putting out live albums, and Aerosmith was one of the ones that didn't. But anyway, so that was I was at a record store in Dayton, Ohio, called Second Time Around. I think they're still around. Um, at least, like I said, they sold used stuff, but they also sold the occasional bootleg. And so I got this one here, Aerosmith, "Look Homeward Angel." I don't know. Yeah, so from what I can tell, this came out like around. It was recorded in 1975. Toys in the Attic. There's the back of it. The track listing is SOS, Too Bad, Somebody, Dream On, Write Me a Letter. Now, this says on here, Walking the Dog, but it's really Walk This Way. It was a thing bootlegs did a lot. They would either have a wrong song title or misspelling of a song or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, this and then here's the record. Now, it didn't have any songs listed on it, so I of course wrote my own on there. There you go. And then did I? Oh yeah, look at that. I even put this. I even gave songwriting credits on here. Look at that. I get songwriting credits even. Uh, so yeah, so there's that. So the cool thing I have by Aerosmith. Just wanted to say that as well. Bootleg. Bootleg. Sound quality isn't too bad either. It's really not. You hear about bootleg sound qualities. I mean, it's not like a lot of you can tell it's not a major album or whatever. It's sound quality, but it's still you can hear everything. You can hear everything that's going on. There's a drum solo by Joey Kramer on there. They go into the Batman theme um, uh, for a little bit, and Joey Joe Perry's guitar solo. So yeah, so that's another cool thing I have. So, and then just a couple cool. I got a couple cool VHSs here. I got some video. It's got uh, a lot of their hits on it. Now this is like they didn't really have videos for these songs. So this is like a lot of concert footage, really. Uh, Chiquita, Lightning Strikes. Those were performance videos. They lip sync to, but some of its other stuff I believe is just uh, video videos. And then I got this one, the Texas Jam 78, yeah, 78. So that might be like somewhat the same show I saw my first concert. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and say, though most of all, I'll say thank you to Aerosmith. Um, you don't owe us anything else. You gave us lots of entertainment. I'm glad you're going out the way you're going out. I mean, not like I'm glad you're going out on top. You're not gonna try to uh, milk us for anything like some other bands have done, uh, or giving us half-assed performances or even lip syncing. I'm glad that you're doing it the right way. I hope other bands take note who are maybe should be retiring, but this is the way to do it. So I just wanted to say thank you, Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford, Tom Hamilton, Joey Kramer, and Jimmy Crespo and Rick Dufay as well. But you know, you guys have given me and lots of other people lots of great entertainment. Uh, Loved your albums all through the years, of course. And so, anyway, just thank you very much, Aerosmith. So, thank you for watching. If there's anything you want to comment on, feel free to do so. And other than that, see you next time, the Elder of Rock.
The Elder of Rock.